Okay, we're here with Kadeer Ali after day two against Warwickshire. Kadeer, we've said it a few times this season, but I think it's worth saying again today, that was really tough Division 1 cricket.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, especially if you throw in the cloud overcast conditions as well, I think the quality in the attack, Chris Wokes obviously and Rushworth, fantastic bowlers, and they made it very difficult for our batters today, and they've had to really work hard. And look, very similar to the first couple of games, probably not as much happened as the previous two games, but still enough, I think, to keep the bowlers interested. And it's been a real challenge today, and the boys have had to really fight hard. And after the start, we had 80 for one. Unfortunately, we weren't able to build on to that. But then, credit to those guys as well. I thought Rushworth was outstanding in that period just before lunch when he took those 4 quick wickets.
You can hardly think of two bowlers that would exploit those conditions better. Chris Wokes, 50 odd tests. Chris Rushworth, fantastic record against Worcestershire for Durham. How tough was it for the batters in that mid-morning hour or so?
Yeah, look, really difficult. I think when I was sitting upstairs, I was just watching and thinking, look, where's that next run going to come from? It was that difficult. Every ball looked like an event. There was plain misses. There was nicks that didn't carry, nicks that carried that got put down. Really challenging. They didn't miss today, and we know at New Road, look, if you can hold your length, it's quite difficult. The night previous evening when we did get off to a decent start, there was opportunities there to score, and I thought Libs and Rodders batted with really good intent. I think today, when they got the length right today, was really challenging because he had ball nipping off the wicket, and also the overheads made the ball swing quite a lot as well. So, yeah, really challenging today, and the batters, that was as tough as it's going to get in Division 1 cricket.
That said, Kadeer Ali stuck in really well, faced over 100 deliveries, which is an achievement in itself out there, and was probably a little bit unlucky the way that he got out in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was a slightly different innings to what we're kind of accustomed to with Kashif, very like free-flowing batter, looks to put pressure on the bowlers, and the chat I've had with him tonight, he found it really challenging and difficult today, and he was like, there was balls in there that really caused him big issues today off the seaman in the air. So look, he worked really hard today, and there's still a lot of cricket left in the game. We've seen so far the 3 innings so far, the new ball hasn't done too much damage. I think Warwickshire was 70 for 2 in the first inning, we were 80 for 1, the 50 for 1, so a lot has happened after maybe 20 overs. So there's a lot of cricket, and he felt today that once the ball was in a nice area, it was quite challenging and difficult to score.
It didn't go according to plan, but as you say, the lead wasn't excessive, wasn't a huge lead, and then actually the Worcestershire lads went out and bowled really well. They've only got 1 wicket in this second innings, but you must have been pretty happy with the way they bowled.
I thought, after I think the first 3 overs where Warwickshire got after 20 runs, couple of byes and leg byes and a boundary down the leg side, I think we went for 30 in the next 21 overs, and there was a lot of plain misses in that, and I thought we were really disciplined, and another day we could have easily had them 3 or 4 down there. So look, we just got to keep believing and keep getting the ball in the right area. There's plenty in there. That will keep us interested tomorrow. There's plenty to go, and we've still got a heavy roller left in the game. The heavy roller has seemed to just calm it down for a little bit, so we still believe that we can make an impact in the game still.
And you mentioned the heavy roller, you've talked a little bit about the pitch. I think the feeling amongst the players last night was that it hasn't been quite as difficult to bat on as the one in the previous 2 games. I suppose you just hope that perhaps the Warwickshire bowlers don't quite hit their rhythm exactly as they did this morning, second time around.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's where I think from a batting point of view, as a batting unit, we are looking to put pressure back on wherever we can, but I think if they stack up, it has been a challenge. Like you said, look, if there's opportunities, the lads will look to try and take them in the second innings, and as Warwickshire showed, one really good partnership, Sam Hain and Tom Latham in the first innings, makes a difference in a game like this when it's nip and tuck all the way. Like I said, there's plenty to play for still, and we're hoping for a good day tomorrow.
Finally, from a coach's point of view, both you and Alan, this is about learning from the experience, isn't it, for your players? Tough Division 1 cricket, high quality bowling. Next time you're in that situation, you've got to be trying to handle it just a little bit better. Just learning a little bit each time.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, look, it's been quite challenging so far, but I think every game we've been in the games, there's been moments in the games where we've been ahead in the game and we've not quite taken advantage. So there's been a lot of positives, a lot of good stuff. Our next step as a team is to make sure when we're ahead in the game, we really make it count and we don't let the opposition back in. But we know in this division, with the quality of players around, if you miss an opportunity, it can bite you later on in the game. So we're well aware of this, and tomorrow's another opportunity to try and put it right. If we pick up early wickets tomorrow, they could find themselves under pressure. And there's still a game to win out there that we believe in the past we've won games from in tough situations, tough circumstances, and we can do it again.
As ever, Kadeer, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you.
This is Mike the Plasterer. He needs a trusted supplier for his materials and tools. Mike needs Profile Store. With an easy-to-use website, you can check stock online, order it and collect it within the hour. Profile Store offer free delivery over £125 and fast overnight shipping. With over 2,000 products in stock, they're sure to have what you need. So get yourself down to the trade counter in Kidderminster today. Get the job done with profilestore.co.uk.